Skylines building here. We are going to be um, we're going to be building a golf resort today. So we're going to be taking a look at what we're calling the Abner Hills Golf Course or Golf Resort. So we're going to build a little golf resort here. I know this is like the early stages of the building process here with the city, early stages of the city. But like we said before, we are building for the future, not necessarily building for now. So I know a city of only 1,000 people right now. We got about 1,061. I know a city of 1,061 people. It's not necessarily well, they probably don't necessarily need a golf course right now, but we're going to build to the future. Let's talk real quick about some things that you'll see change from last episode to this episode. You see, specifically, you see the high school area. Kind of built that in a little bit. We got some landscaping around here. We put a couple of different put a couple of houses in here. And then we also went ahead and put the soccer stadium here, built a little parking lot for that. And we kind of just built some trees, a little decorative pieces around here to just kind of, make this area look kind of cool. So we're going to continue to build this area up and do some things. But you see this is like the high school area that I was wanting to build. Had to throw a fire station down because we were getting some fires in this area, and we built a little medical clinic over here. Having a little trouble with trash at the trash pickup service over here, so we're gonna have to figure out exactly what's going on with that. But we can handle that in just a little bit. We got a little McDonald's down here that we built as well, and it's getting a lot of service. So we'll come up. We'll take a look at Kelly's Island here. As you can see, I think what the issue is, this is a mod, and I'm not sure if these incinerators actually work, and that might be why we're having so much trouble with trash right now. But we have this incinerator working, and so that might be the issue, but we'll take a look at that off camera and see what's going on there. So as we talked about before, I like this little hill area here, and I just like the way that it was up here, and I thought to myself, man, this kind of looks like a nice little area to have, a little golf course sitting up on or something. And so I figured I'd try to build a little golf course, little golf resort area out in this area. We'll see if it works. We'll have to see. I know I have some golf courses somewhere. It's going to take me a second to find them. I think they can be rather large, so we'll try to figure out what we're going to do as far as land out the golf courses. Just a little small resort. We're not going to build anything too crazy just yet. But like I said, it's going to take me a couple of minutes to find them. If you have any suggestions or anything like that on, what we can do in this resort area, definitely, subscribe to the page and let me know what you're thinking. So look at all these. We have all these different golf courses here, but like I said, I think they're pretty big. So we're going to have to take a look and see exactly what that all looks like. So we'll build a few holes up here. And just see. We'll see what it looks like. Yeah, that does not look good. I downloaded a bunch of different, added a bunch of golf course mods, so we'll have to see which ones look the best. I don't think that those do. So let's try this. Let's try this 14. Let's try this 9. And this area might be a little bit too small, but we can definitely modify this a little bit and just make it, you know, make it really sweet. So let's see what we got. We got 1. So we can even, you know, come over in this area, and then we can build, you know, build some more over here, and that might look kind of cool. So what we're gonna do is take this road out here, and then we'll start laying out our golf course a little bit, and we'll just kind of see what we come up with. So we can have 1 over here, 2 over here, 3. Third hole we can put up here, 4 here like that. So we got these smaller areas. Put 1 here, and 9 doesn't look too big. 9 back here, 10. 10's rather large. 8 is really big. 15, 16, 18's not too bad, so we'll kind of put 18 here. So let's see what it looks like so far. So doesn't look too bad. I don't like these over here, so I feel like I'm going to delete a couple of these. Maybe try to make it flow better. Finding the delete spot on these can be a little tricky sometimes. This one up here isn't too bad, like this one, but this one's kind of weird. So we'll try to take that out too. These are kind of cool, but I don't like them being like right next to each other like that either. So take them out. And let's see what we got here. It's too big. Area over here will make the golf course kind of it's not looking right. Try it a different way. Instead of building up on this hill, I think what we'll do is use this area over here to build it up. Let's try it that way. Let's start with 1. this all laid out. And some of these are a little bit bigger than the other ones, so we'll try to kind of lay them out in succession over here, but to the point where it flows. 5's not too big, so we can put 5 here. Sorry. We can put 5 here, like so. 6 is really large, so we'll try to extend 6 down here a little bit. I don't want it too large. Let's see what that looks like so far. It's looking pretty good. I like that. Yeah, I like the way that that's looking so far. Let's see, we might be able to extend over here a little bit too and tie all of this in together. When it's done, I'm telling you, it's gonna look really sweet when it's done. Right now, it's just gonna take a little bit of time. It's gonna take a little bit of time to lay it all out. But I'm telling you, when we get done, it's gonna look really nice. We got 9. We can put 9 over here. 10. We can start building back over this little like ridge area here. Like so. Put 9 right up on here. And this is gonna look really sweet. So we'll turn that back this way. 11's not too big, so let's try this. And then 12. We can have 12 like this. 13. We can have like this. And I think that'll be pretty good. So it's a nice golf course. The Abner Hills. Actually, we got enough room to put down a couple of more. So we'll put down 14. We can put down here 15. We can put over here 16. Well, it'd be nice if we can get all 16 holes. Let's see. Put 16 right there. We got 2 more. 17. This is kind of small. 17 here, and 18. We can stick 18. Let's take a look at it. We can put 18 right over here. That's perfect. So there we go. We have the Abner Hills golf course all laid out. So I think that looks really sweet. Now what we need to start doing is tying this area together with some paths. So we have paths for people to walk around. We have paths for people to bike on. We're gonna line these areas up with some trees, which is gonna look really cool. So we gotta take away some of the trees on the courses and things like that. Now this is gonna be a little bit of a project, but it'll be dope when we get done. So we'll take some trees out because we're gonna have to build some trees back in here. But we will do that. We will definitely get that done. anything that just kind of looks unnatural, like you wouldn't have a tree sticking in the middle of that course there, these little bushes and things. It'd be easy to put those out. What we'll end up doing is building some condos up here. We'll build a bunch of just a nice little area, but for now, let's build some paths. We'll connect these together with some paths so that it makes sense. This would be like the cart path, you know. Walk through and access. So we're getting a little path laid out here for the carts and for pedestrian traffic. You know, just things that make sense, you know. You can just kind of get real creative with putting everything down here. There's no formula on what this is supposed to look like or how to do it, so just kind of make it up as you go. So that's looking great. Nice golf course area out here. What we'll do is start laying down some trees. And some landscaping that makes sense. So bring up our trees. We'll lay down some bigger trees here. I have to do this for all of them. So like I say, it's gonna take a little bit of time, but it's really cool, really fun to do. We want to lay some trees out here just along the course and the paths and things that will make a lot of sense as time goes on. Just a little bit of these. We'll lay down some evergreens and some more trees that just line this whole area. It's just going to be a big green space over here, and we're going to have there will be some houses. There'll be some condo area, little condos up here and things like that. It's going to look really cool when we get done. The best thing about it is you see how large the city is. So it's awesome to be able to just incorporate from the beginning of the city, just really be able to incorporate this green space in here. But we got a lot of building to do, a lot of landscaping to do, a lot of thought into making this whole thing work. But it's going to come together real good. So right now we're just going to keep laying these trees out and building a path so that people can walk, and carts and things can go from one place to another. We missed a little path area to connect this up over here, so we'll come from here around this way, tie that right into that like that, and we'll do another one that will tie into this like such, and connect with that one. So I think that looks good. Let's keep laying down some trees. A lot of the work for this golf resort is going to be done off campus, off camera. I like to kind of start some of these projects on camera, but kind of do the bulk of the work and things off camera, because it's not, you know, sexy look. It's not a sexy process, you know, putting down trees and landscaping and things like that to get this looking the way that you want it to. But believe me, it's going to tie in so well to the city and what we're doing. Hi, Linda. Thank you for tuning in and saying hello. So we'll keep building these trees out. These are not the only trees that we're going to have, so I'm just going to have one type of tree or tree species. Here we're going to build a bunch of different trees, but you got to start somewhere. So it's not even just around the golf course. As you'll see, you're starting to kind of see it here. I mean, as we're starting to fill it in with some trees, but I mean, it's going to be a nice plush green area, and just away from all the hustle and bustle, because as we start building into this city, I mean, I'm still trying to plan in my head where downtown is going to be and things like that, but it's going to be an extremely dense city. So to be able to come over here and just have this green space, I'm telling you, it's going to work so good. And as time goes on, we'll be able to really see how awesome it is to have that. So keep laying down these trees. Come through with some smaller features on the cart path area. Lay down some nice little areas here. We'll come through with some of our bigger trees and lay these down like so. Build this up over here. Now we want it dense, but we don't want it boring. That's the thing. So we want to add a lot of variety and things like that. So start filling this in with some trees, a couple of just evergreens sitting out here, smaller evergreens, and you can see the look that we're going for. You'll be able to kind of see that. Don't want to build too many trees. That might be a little bit too many. A little dense. Cut that down a little bit, but we'll start building. As you can see, just kind of seeing what we're looking at right now with the resort area. What I want to do also is start to think about the road infrastructure that's going to run through here and exactly what that's going to look like. We have this here. I feel like what we'll do is have this road go underground and then attach over to this particular street, which is Tyler Boulevard. So we'll have this connect over to Tyler, but what we can do even now, as you can see, we can start to kind of lay down, you know, some residential over here. But what we want to do is tie it a little bit closer to the golf course. Not too close to where it's like, you know, it's just not practical. It doesn't make sense. But enough to where you can build some housing and things like that. Some golf course housing. So we can build that road this way. We'll turn it, kind of contour it around the golf course area. Doesn't have to be right up on it or anything like that. We just, you know, the biggest thing is just, you know, having things make sense. So tie this road over here, and we can connect this here, which would be cool. So we can lay down some residential here, you know, some rather large lots that kind of sit right up on the golf course. But like I say, to where it makes sense. So I have a couple of those there. This is kind of a main avenue, so we don't want any houses too close right off the main avenue. We can build one here, and we can keep working on the golf resort. So one thing that I know I want to do is I like this area over here, and with having that golf resort or whatnot, I like to have an entrance. You know, I like to have a clubhouse, and I think it would make sense to have the clubhouse, you know, sitting kind of high in an area. So we'll think about how to tie that in. Let's see, we want it over here, we want it over here. I like the thought of that. So what we can do is, especially like right up on the water like that, so what we can do is we will build a road out here, just a nice straight road right here. And that's too small. We want like a 2-lane with some trees. What we'll do is we'll lay a road straight. That's the wrong thing. Lay a road straight like so. Wait a minute. What was that? Okay, maybe I think I built it underground. Didn't mean to do that. Build a tunnel. All right, let's come back up. We gotta build a road. Here we go. Okay. Let's bulldoze that. That's too high. So let's So we'll build a road here like this, And what this road is going to start with, this will be our kind of clubhousey area for the resort. So throw a nice wind turbine there. So as you can see, we got some houses here, nice little golf course houses that kind of jet up against here. It's kind of cool. And then we'll have this area over here is going to be our golf course, our like golf resort area, like the main clubhouse area. So let's take a look at our buildings. I know I downloaded some really cool things, added some mods, so gotta find this one that I'm looking for. Kind of looks like a little has like a very historic looking kind of thing. That's a casino, Notre Dame Museum of Ancient Arts. It's a casino. I'm gonna find it here in just a moment. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about and why I want to build it, because when you see it, you're like, yeah, that looks like something that would be at a golf resort. Got a bunch of casino. I mean, we have a bunch of things planned for this city. I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing the more we start building. I think it was this. No, but that could work. Let's see what that looks like, actually. We'll come back. That might look kind of cool, but that's a little weird. Not that. Let's look here. I have so many buildings, man. It's crazy. So many mods. Sometimes it's hard to find exactly what I'm looking for. They don't just go in one place. They kind of go all over. What was that? This is... like that. Let's see. I'll find it here in a second. If I don't find it now, I'll find it off camera, and we can and we'll add it in there. That's okay. For now, let's take a look at what this looks like. I like that. I mean, that ties in pretty okay. Not a real big fan of the having to build it up on the land like that, but it doesn't look too bad. As you can see, us be like the like a nice hotel out here at this kind of resort area. That could work. We'll see if that works. If not, we'll tie some other things in and see what we got. So, let's take a look at a couple other things. Universities, parks. Yeah. So, thinking it might be kind of cool to have a little tennis area out here. Alongside the resort kind of looking thing, looking a little exclusive out there. Won't have basketball. Diving tours. Let's see what else we got here. Pizzeria. That's kind of interesting. Like I told you, I got so many mods, it just doesn't even make sense. Having like this little walkway area here might be kind of cool if it works. I don't know if that'll work with that. That looks crazy. So we are tying this in and trying to get it looking like we want it to, but it'll get there. It'll absolutely positively get there. So I know that was a little bit of a quick video on part 3, but just kind of wanted to show you all like the beginnings of what we're doing here. We're gonna make this just really sweet. So stay tuned when we come back for part 4. This whole area will be built out with the golf resort, with the golf courses here. Figure out our infrastructure, figure out our infrastructure, and we'll figure out our housing and things like that a little bit more here, and it's just going to look amazing. So we'll see you all soon. All right, stay tuned for the next video.